guys? I hope everyone is doing great. I couldn't make a video yesterday because I was kinda busy. But I'm gonna share with you what I think. So this has been my draw on liquidity, my external range, buy side liquidity, and you see price took out liquidity here was rated. You see that. So liquidity was rated here. This was rated. I wouldn't want to see this low be taken out because this low is the one that rebalanced this fair value gap, this imbalance here. So I wouldn't expect this low to be taken out, but I would expect at least the market to go to the midpoint of this entire week here. So what do I mean by that? Okay. So would expect price to at least come to the midpoint and enter the discount PDRA, and enter the discount of this week, which is below 50%, but not taking out this low here. It did that, and it was bullish for the past January, February, March, April. Now it's May, right? So it has been bearish since January. The dollar has been bullish from January until now. And since liquidity here has been raided, right? Since liquidity here has been raided, I would want to see what a displacement to the buy side, seeing this fair value gap here becoming an inversion fair value gap. So seeing that inversion fair value gap there, then we would anticipate that you're seeing this buy side as my drawn liquidity. Then if you can go to the weekly, now you start getting more information. Remember, this is the low that I was talking about. The low was reacting on what? This inversion fair value gap, coupled with that monthly inversion fair value gap as well. So it used this imbalance here as a rock climber to continue pushing price to the buy side. And where is my drawn liquidity? Let me just change this so that we can all see visibility. Also on the weekly, you want to see it. So this area here is my drawn liquidity for now. So when I see dollar start being bullish, when was this? So this is the new week. This was last week, yeah. Then this is the new week. So I want to see this week being bullish. Looking at this area here, and this area A is my draw on liquidity. Now we're gonna go on the daily time frame. Now remember that I told you that on Mondays I don't usually look at the market or whatever, because I wanna use Mondays history, Mondays and Fridays info to give me a bias as well. So from there, this is the low, right? I wouldn't want to see this low being taken out because it would go against the bullish bias, because I really want to see the dollar being bullish. So since I want to see the dollar being bullish, so Monday can be bearish, right? But I don't want to see this low being taken out, meaning I'm only looking for the 75% and the 50% FIBO levels. That's a rejection areas to reject actually. bro ide nale ntho network ya sokodisanyana. So I'm looking at the week. If Monday is bearish, I'll be happy if it would reject where at the 25% or the midpoint of this upper quadrant of this entire week. So we're gonna go on the 4-hourly chart. So this is the 4-hour chart. So since I'm expecting price to be bullish, right, I want it first to take out what liquidity. There was liquidity resting below here. I'd rather see this low here being raided rather than this one, and also coupled with so I would expect price to at least reject in this area, or at least the high of this inversion, this weekly inversion fair value gap. Then after that, I would want to see a displacement to the buy side, which it showed me the displacement that I wanted, right? And it created a change in state of in delivery. We're here. Change in state of delivery. So this already confirms for me that, okay, the market now, it's bearish. The dollar is bearish, right? So Tuesday, I would want to see a Judah swing, but where I'll be looking at this previous volume imbalance, which was rebalanced, but there's this order block also resting below here, right? So I'm looking at that area, this area here. This is the 2022 ICT model, because what swing low is taken, displacement to the buy side, creating a market structure change, market structure shift. Then you're gonna retracement to what? Fair value gap, order block, or then there's an a bullish order block, reject inside of it, then use it to push price to the buy side. So I'm putting us in a scenario of maybe yesterday I only saw these areas, right? Liquidity was raided, displacement to the buy side, so making this my drawn liquidity. So I'm just looking at the dollar being bearish, right? During that open is gonna be bearish to this area. So since I'm looking at that area, that okay, I want to see dollar being bearish, I'm gonna go to US 500. So meaning I want to see US 500 being at least bullish, right? I'm gonna go to the daily time frame. Now remember that I said, I think, when was it? This is Monday. At least price remember that I said I want in price to at least, I want to see what price does in this area, in the 75% FIBO level, premium zone, right? I'm putting us in a scenario whereby it's Monday and I'm going to trade Tuesday, right? With the information that I have. This is S&P 500. So S&P 500 was also showing me signs of what? bullishness, right? It was very bullish. So and on the dollar, let me just do this. I want to show you something. So this was Monday's candle. So Monday also used this fair value here, which what you'd expect. If I'm bearish, I would expect this imbalance here, this CB, to be used to push price to the downside, but it showed a strong displacement to the buy side, so telling me that. And also, since I saw that the dollar was what, telling me that it wants to be bearish, so meaning that I want to see Nasdaq being bullish as well, because both having negative correlation and that. So on the 4-hourly chart, so let's say you see that it hasn't been moving, it has been consolidating, so it means that it's preparing itself. You understand? Remember, dollar is preparing to do what? To buy. It's preparing to be bullish. And also, if you can look at Nasdaq, it's consolidating, but where? At the midpoint of this daily bearish order block. But let's say I'm in a scenario whereby today's Tuesday, right? Tuesday, let me just, so the market closed, maybe it was around here. There's still a little bit of what, liquid into space here, right? Left. It's still at the lower quadrant of this daily order block, right? And the dollar is telling me that it still wants to sell a bit, make that retracement after making that market structure shift, after forming that change in state of delivery. So I want to see a retracement, meaning if I want to see that retracement happen, I want to see the dollar being bullish. And also there's still space between where price opened and the midpoint of this. So it means that also into Nasdaq would wanna push a little bit into that area, or wanna take out this buy side liquidity resting above here, right? So I know that I'm bullish on what? On Nasdaq, since US dollar is doing a retrace, it's forming a retracement, it's retracing actually. So from there, right, I'm gonna go to my 1-hourly chart. Now if you can see, the dollar has been consolidating, bro. So after I saw this, I didn't want to trade. I was waiting for something to happen. This is the strategy that I usually use, and one of my friends, I think, I showed him this one. This is when it becomes a high probability, because I know that I'm bullish, right? And since I'm bullish, let me use the 15 minutes. Let me use the 15 minutes one. Let me just go to 1 hour. No, 15 minutes just to change this time zone. So the market opened here midnight, right? And since the market opened at midnight, I'm gonna draw out the midnight open. So this candle says open midnight. I'm just gonna put this here, right? I just want to show you something. This is how I prepare for trade. This is one of the other models that I used to trade, and I found profitability in it. I still use the model. It's just that now I've acquired more knowledge and adding inside of that model, you understand? So sometimes I don't usually talk about the model because I already know and anticipate what will happen. So this is the Tuesday's open, the midnight open, right? So since I'm bullish, remember, I'm pay attention in mind that I am bullish, right? So since I'm bullish, I want to see what I want to see on Nasdaq, and there's a retracement on dollar. I want to see what the market going against my bias first, meaning what I want to see the market going, the market being bearish, the market going against my bias. So meaning I want to see the market being bearish, right? So after when that happens, I'm gonna look at the Asian session, which is from 8. I'm gonna look at the high and low. So I only get the low right from, so I'm gonna be using this high here as my liquidity. I'm gonna use this high here as part of my Asian high and Asian low. I'm gonna use this as my Asian high, right? No, top to the left here. Just move this 11. So this is gonna be my Asian high, right? Then this is gonna be my Asian low. So this is gonna be my Asian high and my Asian low. So I would wanna see the market doing what first? I would wanna see a Judah swing, right? So the market consolidated, right? Took out the Asian low, right? Took out the Asian low, then went to the Asian high. Since I am bullish, I want to see displacement. If it had shown displacement to the buy side, right, I would want to trade that retracement and continue buying. But what happened is that during the London, which is this one, this is the London's low, this is London's high. This was the London's low, and I would want to see, since the Asian low has been rated out, was there any displacement to the buy side? No. It went to this, to the London's high, generating more liquidity, because look at the body, look at the bodies of the candle, creating a swing low, right? And remember, my day of trading, the kill zone, my kill zone is from 8:30, which is around 8:30 is here, up until 11. So this areas here is my kill zone. Every day I'm looking for entries from 8:30 to 11. During this time, this is the only time I'll be trading. This is the only time that I'll be trading, from 8:30 New York time until 11 New York time. That's the only time I'm looking for entries, meaning from midnight's open, right, until 8:30. I'm just observing what the market is doing. You understand? So it created almost like relative equal highs, even though it wicked outside, but the body is telling me something different. It's telling me that it's generating more liquidity here, right? So meaning now I want to see the market taking out London low as my point of interest, right? I want to show you how simple this is. This is an entire strategy that I use. So this is my London's low. Remember that I am bullish, right? This is my London's low, and I'll be aiming for London's high. My eyes will be looking at London's high So I'm looking at London's high, right? So after seeing this happen, I'm just observing. I'm not trading during this time. See, okay, London low was rated. After London low being rated, I know now my drawn liquidity is what? This area is here, right? My drawn liquidity is this area is here. So now I want to see displacement to the buy side. From there, I'm gonna go to my 5-minute time frame. Now from my 5-minute time frame, right, I'll be checking, okay, London low was rated. There was a strong displacement to the buy side. You see this order block here, so meaning it created a what? A change in state of delivery. You see that there. After that, I'm looking. So after seeing this bullish movement here, remember I know that my drawn liquidity is what? It's the London's high, right? So I'm looking on my left. Is there any fair value gap? No, but there's what? Order block. Doesn't get any better than this, bro. Yo. So there was a change in state on delivery. You see that there was a strong displacement to the buy side, right? So if the market retraces, where do I want to see the market retracing to? There is this order blocks, right? And also this breaker here. So this will be my area of interest. And also look at what time did the market start pushing to the buy side. 9:30. So I would have put my entry here and just went with it. Take my first take profit here, right? Then my second take profit will be what? The midpoint of the daily order block. Let me say I didn't enter this trade here, right? Let me say I didn't enter this trade here. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. I want to show you guys, even though the market didn't really deliver, but scalping I would have made money. So if you can check, let me just make this. Now if you can check, since I know that I'm bullish, right? Since I know that I'm bullish, I know that the market could be aiming for the equilibrium, the midpoint of the daily order block, or this buy side liquidity that I showed you, or the buy side liquidity resting above here. So after seeing this breakout here, right, displacement to the buy side, then retracement to where? There is a fair value gap here. This will be what? My area, my second area of what? Of interest when the market starts retracing back to what? To this order block. I mean this fair value gap, this buy side, this imbalance resting here, right? So after that retracement, this is the 15 minutes. I'm only looking for areas of interest on the 15 minutes. Then I use the 5 minutes and the 1 minute for what? For entries. So I'm gonna go to my 5-minute time frame. Now from there, right, if I can check, right, what are these? What is this? What is this? That's a swing low, right? So meaning there's this is what? So such stops are rated out here, right? After B taken, I think it was rated out by this one here, right? Then from there, I'm not just gonna enter a trade, right? I'm just gonna, because there isn't enough information for me to enter a trade, so I'm gonna go to my 1 minute time frame. So on the 1 minute, that's where I check, can I get at least an entry? You understand? So the market took out liquidity here, right? Then after that showed this, it bought, right, reacting inside this fair value gap. If I was gonna use this fair value gap as an inversion fair value gap, I would wanna see a displacement to the buy side, filling this entire fair value gap and retracing inside and then continue, but it didn't. It retraced back inside and taking out this relative equal lows here, right? And taking out this relative. Sure. Great. Taking out this relative equal lows, right? Then after this displacement move here, I already know that this guy was used to take out liquidity resting below here, so I'm not expecting this one to be broken. You understand? So since I'm not expecting this to be broken here, and price shoots down inside this 15 minutes fair value gap, this is where I put my entry, and I put my stop loss below this candle here. Why? Because this candle was used to take out liquidity resting below here. So why would they want to take out this low here? They wouldn't. Liquidity has already been traded out. So I'm expecting price, this when it reaches inside here, I'm not expecting this low to be taken out. So I'm going to put my entry here, put my stop loss here. And remember, I'm still inside what? My kill zone. So this will be my entry, also aiming for what? This high here. You understand? So this is how I would have traded Tuesday if I was you. So now just gonna check where we at. And also guys, remember this year, this is 2024, this is an election year, right? So the market is gonna be so if you're ready, you're gonna make money. This is the year that you should be preparing yourself. So I'm gonna check on my the dollar. I'm checking for today, right? So let me just remove some of these things. So now if you can check, so we're currently what? The dollar is currently bullish, right? It's currently bullish, and I'm looking at this relative equal highs here and liquidity resting above there. So I'm currently bullish on dollar, so I'm expecting at least to be bearish on Nasdaq. I'm gonna check US 500. So on S&P 500, we're currently at the midpoint of this upper quadrant of the premium side of this entire range here, and it's kind of like showing signs of lacking strength. You see that? Because it's inside the 4-hourly imbalance, and the midpoint of this upper quadrant. I think I talked about it, that I'm looking at this area here. I want to see what price does, and currently it has been wicking outside, but the bodies are closing inside this 4 hourly imbalance. So I'm gonna just have to wait and see, will it want to reverse or not. So right now I don't think I'll be trading. I'm just gonna be looking at what price does, because it's not even giving me anything to trade. Because if I can check also US 100, it's also just consolidating there. So for me, it's not an ideal day to be trading for me today. I'll just want to see what happens today. But trading for me, no, I won't be trading today. As a trader, you must know that there are days whereby you'll be trading, and if you can see that today, you should not be forcing trades, guys. Don't force trades. But for it to really like start shooting down, if it really wants to shoot down, I would want to see this buy side liquidity being graded out and using this fair value as a rejection to push down if it wants to sell. You understand? So yeah, this is how we are standing right now. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. So cheers, guys. Enjoy your day.